Hello and welcome. Let's talk about something incredibly important for women's health, especially as we move past the age of 60, heart disease. We often hear about the classic signs, like crushing chest pain, maybe radiating down the arm, often depicted in movies. But did you know that for women, the warning signs can be much more subtle, sometimes completely different, and tragically, often missed or dismissed? What if that persistent fatigue you're feeling isn't just aging? What if that indigestion or shortness of breath is more than just a minor annoyance? These could be your body's quiet whispers, hinting at a serious underlying heart issue. Ignoring these subtle signals can have devastating consequences because heart disease remains a leading health concern for women. But knowledge is power. Understanding these often overlooked symptoms is the crucial first step towards protecting yourself or the women you care about. In this video, we're going to shed light on those hidden signs, explain why they might differ in women, and empower you to recognize them before it's potentially too late. Please stay with us. This information is vital. We'll break it down simply and clearly, focusing on what you need to know to take charge of your heart health. Don't dismiss this. Recognizing these signs early could truly be life-saving. Why don't women always experience the classic heart attack symptoms we see portrayed so often? There are several reasons rooted in biology and how heart disease can affect women differently. Firstly, women tend to develop blockages not only in their main coronary arteries, but also in the smaller arteries that supply blood to the heart, a condition sometimes called small vessel heart disease or microvascular disease. Blockages in these smaller vessels might not cause the dramatic crushing chest pain associated with major artery blockages. Instead, they might lead to more diffuse or subtle symptoms. Secondly, hormonal changes play a role. Estrogen, a hormone present in higher levels before menopause, offers some natural protection to the heart. As estrogen levels decline after menopause, typically around the 50s, so definitely a factor for women over 60, this protective effect diminishes and the risk of heart disease increases significantly. The way plaque builds up in arteries can also differ. In women, plaque might spread more evenly along the artery wall, rather than forming distinct, large blockages. Furthermore, women are more likely to experience symptoms triggered by rest or mental stress, rather than solely during physical exertion, which can also make the connection to heart problems less obvious. Understanding these underlying differences helps explain why symptoms like fatigue, shortness of breath, or pain in areas other than the chest can be prominent warning signs for women. When we think of heart-related chest pain, the image is often intense, sudden, and unmistakable, like an elephant sitting on the chest. While some women do experience this, many report different sensations that might not even be described as pain. It could feel more like pressure, tightness, squeezing, or a general fullness in the center of the chest. This discomfort might come and go, or it could last for several minutes. It might feel uncomfortable, but not necessarily alarming enough to make someone think heart attack. Sometimes the sensation isn't even in the chest at all, or it's very mild there but more pronounced elsewhere. Women might describe it as heartburn or indigestion, leading them to reach for antacids instead of seeking urgent medical help. It's crucial to understand that any unusual or unexplained discomfort in the chest area, even if it doesn't fit the dramatic Hollywood portrayal, warrants attention. Don't wait for severe pain. Pay attention to feelings of pressure, squeezing, aching, or burning. If it feels different from typical indigestion, or if it's accompanied by other symptoms we'll discuss, it's vital to consider it could be heart-related. Dismissing these atypical sensations because they aren't painful enough is a dangerous mistake many women make. Remember, your heart might be signaling distress in a quieter way. Two very common, yet often overlooked signs of heart trouble in women, especially over 60, are unexplained shortness of breath and profound fatigue. You might find yourself suddenly out of breath doing simple activities that didn't used to tire you, like climbing a single flight of stairs, making the bed, or even just walking across the room. This shortness of breath might occur with or without any chest discomfort. It can feel like you just can't get enough air in, even if you're resting. Similarly, extreme, unusual fatigue is a major red flag. This isn't just feeling a bit tired at the end of a long day. It's an overwhelming exhaustion that can come on suddenly or persist for days, making even simple tasks feel monumental. You might feel completely wiped out, almost like you have the flu, but without other typical flu symptoms. Because fatigue and some shortness of breath can be associated with aging or other conditions, women often dismiss these symptoms. They might think, I'm just getting older, or I haven't been sleeping well. However, if this fatigue is unusual for you, severe, or interferes with your daily life, and especially if it occurs alongside shortness of breath or other symptoms, it could be your heart struggling to pump blood effectively. Don't ignore profound, unexplained exhaustion or difficulty breathing. While chest discomfort is possible, women experiencing heart problems are more likely than men to experience pain or discomfort in other areas of the upper body. This pain might occur instead of or in addition to chest symptoms. Be alert to unexplained pain or discomfort in one or both arms. It might not be the classic left arm pain. It could also manifest in the back, particularly between the shoulder blades. Neck or jaw pain is another common but often missed sign. This might feel like an aching or tightness, sometimes mistaken for a dental problem or muscle strain. Stomach pain is also surprisingly common in women having heart issues. It might feel like intense pressure in the upper abdomen, severe indigestion, or nausea. Because these locations aren't typically associated with the heart in popular understanding, women, and sometimes even healthcare providers, might attribute the pain to other causes: muscle soreness, arthritis, acid reflux, or stress. However, if you experience new, persistent, or unusual pain or discomfort in your arms, back, neck, jaw, or upper stomach, especially if it comes on suddenly, or is accompanied by other symptoms like shortness of breath, sweating, or fatigue, it's crucial to consider your heart as a possible source. Don't assume it's just a pulled muscle or indigestion without ruling out a cardiac cause. Beyond pain and fatigue, there are other subtle clues that women, particularly over 60, might experience when their heart is in trouble. Feeling nauseous or actually vomiting without any clear digestive reason can be a sign. This might be mistaken for a stomach bug or food poisoning. Feeling lightheaded, dizzy, or like you might faint is another potential warning signal. This can happen suddenly and might make you feel unsteady on your feet. Breaking out in a cold sweat is also common. This isn't like the sweating you experience from exercise or heat. It's a clammy, cool sweat that can occur even if you're not feeling hot, often accompanied by a feeling of unease or anxiety. These symptoms, nausea, dizziness, cold sweats, can occur individually or together, and they might accompany other signs like chest discomfort or shortness of breath, or they might happen on their own. Because they can seem vague or attributable to other things, like anxiety, low blood sugar, or minor infections, they are often dismissed. However, the sudden onset of these symptoms, especially if they feel unusual or severe for you, should prompt immediate attention. They can be your body's way of signaling that something serious, potentially heart-related, is happening and requires urgent evaluation. Perhaps the most critical message in all of this is the importance of listening to your own body and trusting your instincts. As women, we are often conditioned to downplay our symptoms, not wanting to cause a fuss or be seen as complaining. We might think, it's probably nothing, or I'll just wait and see if it goes away. This tendency can be particularly dangerous when it comes to heart health. You know your body better than anyone. If something feels off, different, or unusual for you, even if it's a vague symptom like fatigue or mild discomfort, pay attention. Don't dismiss it just because it doesn't fit the classic picture of a heart attack. Don't let anyone else, even well meaning friends or family, dismiss your concerns either. If you experience any of the potential warning signs we've discussed, atypical chest discomfort, shortness of breath, unusual fatigue, pain in the arms, back, neck, jaw, or stomach, nausea, dizziness, cold sweats, especially if they are new, severe, or occur together, seek medical attention promptly. It's always better to get checked out and find out it's nothing serious than to ignore a potentially life-threatening condition. Trust that feeling that something isn't right. Advocating for your own health and insisting on a thorough evaluation when you have concerns is not overreacting. It's being proactive and responsible about your well-being. Today, we've highlighted the crucial fact that heart disease warning signs in women over 60 can be subtle and very different from the classic symptoms often portrayed. Remember those key potential signs: unusual fatigue, shortness of breath, discomfort, pressure, squeezing, rather than sharp pain in the chest, pain in the back, neck, jaw, arms, or stomach, nausea, dizziness, and cold sweats. Recognizing these hidden signals is absolutely vital because early detection and treatment can dramatically improve outcomes and even save lives. Please do not ignore these symptoms or dismiss them as simply part of aging or stress. Trust your body and seek medical evaluation promptly if you experience anything unusual or concerning. Encourage the women in your life, your mothers, sisters, partners, friends, to be aware of these signs too. Share this information. It could make a life-saving difference. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more important health information tailored for vibrant living after 60. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Have you or someone you know experienced these atypical symptoms? Sharing experiences can help others feel less alone and more empowered to seek help. Thank you for watching. Prioritize your heart health and take good care of yourselves.